Alright, y'all. Welcome back to another bus building video. Let me show you what we got going on here. Oh, Remote Ramblers is visiting. I don't know if we've been filming while they're here. But I'm going to show you how to prep this frame. You can see we got these ramps out. And I'm going to put it up on the ramps. And that way I can get a little bit more room up there. I'm going to be crawling under that bus all day. So let's get up on them ramps and then I'll show you some stuff. I think that's probably about as good as we're gonna get it, right? I think that's about as good as we're gonna get it. Jordan had to come out here and help with the deal. But okay. Let me show you what's going on. Hello. Alright. So this bus is from Colorado and it's got a lot of like surface rust and stuff underneath the body on the frame, which is why we've been doing so much work on the body, like just kind of dealing with that. Right now, I like POR 15, which you've seen me use in one of the previous videos on some of the heavily rusted stuff that I could get to, right? The thing about POR 15 is it needs to be prepped pretty good, right? It's gonna be almost impossible to prep on underneath very well. And I was talking to somebody who's from like a Rust Belt state, and their dad actually uses this stuff on their rigs over there. So I looked into this product, and I think one of the things that drew me to it was it doesn't necessarily need as much prep as like POR 15, which on a frame, seeing how you're never going to get to it very well, this seemed like the better product to try and use down there. So I use POR 15 on the stuff I can get to and prep better, and then underneath I'm gonna try this stuff. I've never used it before. You guys can look into it, but I got a reducer. I'm gonna try and spray it down there. So today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get down there and just scuff the best I can, right? I'm gonna try and just get through the whole frame, scuff the best I can. This doesn't work on aluminum, so I might throw some primer on the aluminum that's down there, which is the bottom side of the body. And we're gonna scuff it. We're gonna get the power washer out, and we're going to degrease it the best we can and let it start drying. I think the plan is we're going to prep it today, maybe let it set overnight, and then shoot it tomorrow, I think is the plan. So that way all the water's gone, but if it looks dry later, maybe we'll shoot it today. So that's kind of our mission plan. Let's get on it, you know what I'm saying? Now, anytime I'm doing stuff by hand where I can't really get a machine on it, I like using 3M Scotch pads. So the plan is to get up underneath there, scuff it up the best we can. I'll probably put a mask on, some headphones in, and we're just gonna get down. as you can tell, the it's pretty much impossible to do this the right way, right? The right way would be take the whole body off, strip the frame. It's called a frame off restoration. Like, you do that on vintage, really rare cars. But like, this isn't really that. This is us just doing the best we can, which I feel like is a lot of what a bus build is. You just do the best you can with the situation you got, right? I don't gotta shop anymore. I'm out in my driveway like most people are, actually. And this is the best I can do, right? Power wash it, scrub it by hand, and try and degrease it the best I can. And then I'm gonna, so we washed it. I was gonna see if we could spray it today. There's no way. So we're gonna let it dry overnight. We're gonna let it air dry overnight, and then tomorrow morning we'll start masking it up and start putting some paint on there, and then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I almost forgot. We got to pay the bills right now, so we're going to hop into an ad. Stick around, because, you know, we got to put the lights on around here. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hello, I would like to thank Blue Eddy for sending over this power station and this DC to DC charger and being this week's video sponsor. One of the really cool things that's going on with Blue Eddy right now is they have finally introduced a DC to DC charger. This is a game changer in the portable power station world. This is going to charge your battery bank 8 to 10 times faster than a normal cigarette lighter adapter. It really makes this thing usable and a lot better than anything in the past. The cool thing about this DC to DC charger, it was really simple to put together. I just made some lugs here. It automatically detects voltage in the vehicle and doesn't drain your battery, which is amazing. So it's very simple, plug and play. And you use the provided tools and some of the provided wiring to put the whole thing together. A special feature that separates this DC to DC charger from everything else is that it will charge all Blue Eddy power stations, but also 95% of all other brands' power stations, because it has adjustable voltage, which is really cool. So if you already had a power station laying around, you could get this charger and it would work on that. And then you just use the connected cables, boom, right into the solar port, and you can see it here charging my bus, and you can see what's coming in. Super cool. Other cool thing is you can see that it has an app, so you can see what the charger is doing. And this also has the power station power here. But the cool thing is even without internet, it just automatically populates. Thanks, Blue Eddy, for being this week's video sponsor. More information in the description below. Good morning. Welcome back to another day. Let's not shoot into the sun. Okay, here's the plan. So I think Jaylena is going to join us. So we scuffed the frame yesterday. We still got it up on blocks. I'm surprised these little plastic blocks didn't break, but they didn't. So it should be dry under there. Let's go take a gander. Oh man, that's still kind of... It's still kind of oily, dude. I might wash that part again. I'm not sure. And then I think we're gonna prep the roof real quick. And we're gonna prep the roof real quick, and I think Jaylena's gonna help us, so she's gonna actually finish. We need to put another coat of paint up there, so I think she's gonna do that while I do this under here. I think is the mission. I'm gonna get some wax and grease remover on that, see if I can clean that up, and then shoot it. Look who's in the game today. Want to say hi?
Hello.
Hello. I think we're putting Jaylena on the roof while I work on the frame, so we can basically do 2 days at once. Look at all that dirt that I missed watching this frame yesterday. Alright, we're just masking a couple things up under here so that we can spray and not get oversprayed everywhere too bad. So that's kind of what we're doing right here. I'm kind of taking stock of what I want to, you know, mask off, if that makes sense. Which ain't gonna be much.
Yeah, see how that stuff just,
That's gonna be the end of this video. Little recap. The spray gun that Amazon was recommending I buy for that paint was a little too gnarly. I ended up just using a little Harbor Freight $7 sprayer that worked amazing. Now I'm gonna say this, I've never used that product before. This bus came from Colorado and it had quite a bit of rust damage, which is why we've spent so much time doing body work, like fixing all that stuff and waterproofing it and blah blah blah. And anyways, there's a lot of rust underneath there and I just wanted to use something a little better. And I was talking to somebody who's from like the rust states and they said that that's what they use over there, is that stuff. And the reason I liked it is because it doesn't need quite as much prep as POR 15, which is what I typically use. Since it is a frame, there isn't, it's pretty much impossible to clean it and prep it perfectly, right? You can just do the best you can, like you've seen us do. So I wanted to use a product that wasn't quite as necessary on the prep side. And use this stuff. It sprayed amazing. Like, I love it. I might like it better than POR 15, to be honest. Now, I've never used this stuff before. We're gonna see how it's gonna hold up. So maybe I'll do an update in like 6 months to a year or something like that on how that stuff's holding up underneath there. But it went on great. It went along. I didn't even use a whole gallon, and it was pretty cheap. Like, I'll put a link in the description below for what I use. It's great. Yeah, so hope you guys learned something. The thing about it is, a lot of people don't do this, right? And if it's that bad, you should do something. I understand it's a lot of work and it's pretty gnarly being on your back like that, but it's like, if I'm planning on keeping this rig long term, and I don't want what's underneath there getting worse. I want to deal with it now, right? So if you're planning on building a bus or a rig for long term, I recommend doing something. If you're not going to own it that long, or it's not that bad, you probably don't have to do anything. But I'm hoping this sucker will get me 10 years down the road, you know what I mean? Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If this is the first time you found this channel, consider subscribing. We build buses and vans and just all kind of random stuff around here of a property in Oregon. And if this happens to be, if you're a long-time subscriber, thanks for always being here. I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace!